The governments of Katsina and Nasarawa State appear to be stepping efforts towards addressing the road infrastructure needs in their states. While Governor Bello Masari of Katsina State pledged to continue using indigenous companies to execute projects, Governor Tanko Almukura promised to fulfill his campaign promises to the people with respect to road construction. Both governors said this while inspecting ongoing road projects in their states.
The Nasarawa State government has commenced work on the construction of the new Lafia-Kefi road. The 65 kilometers road, when completed, will reduce the travel time between Lafia, the state capital, and the federal capital territory. The project also includes a 5-kilometer bypass that links Nasarawa-Igon to Lafia metropolis. Governor Tanko Almukura inspected the progress of work and gave assurance that the projects will be completed on time.
Distance between Lafia and Kefi by about 100 kilometers, and you'll be saving about 50 minutes in your trip from Lafia to Kefi. So it's a tripartite project which has within the bypass, the interstate road to Kefi, and also the airport, all as one project.
Meanwhile, in Katsina, Governor Bello Masari led members of the State Executive Council on a tour of the 50 kilometers Dutse-Matas-Akia Babban-Nuhu Road project in the state. He expressed his satisfaction at the level of progress on the project.
The position of the state government to patronize indigenous companies, which one this company is indigenous not only to Nigeria but to Katsina. I think from the submissions, the quality of work we have seen, because we are very, very particular about the quality. Our experience in this state that state roads do not last up to years. They break it down. A lot of potholes in some places, the road has even disappeared in less than 2 years. So we don't want to repeat the mistakes of the past. We want to have qualitative work.
Other road projects inspected by the governor and his entourage include Eka, Kadandani, Kurai, and Ergamji roads with 21 kilometers in length.
Over 23 communities are currently benefiting from the '1 billion naira Benue State Rural Electrification project to break the jinx of decades of darkness in the area. The Special Advisor on Rural Development, Mr. Adza Abia, while inspecting the electricity project accompanied by some other government officials, asked the contractors to ensure timely completion of work.
A delegation from the Benue State Executive Council, led by the Special Advisor on Rural Development, Mr. Adze Abia, and Tahav Agezwa, the Special Advisor on Media, inspecting ongoing rural electrification projects across the state. Communities like Opaha and Daula Jato in Upper Angwe East local government areas are among 10 communities already benefiting from the 1 billion naira rural electrification project.
This community, we have been saved for many years. We have no light. Everybody use light, lamp or candle. But as at now, you people are giving us the light. You are enjoying it.
We have spent almost 1 billion naira on electrification in Benue State. We have over 20-something electrical projects in Benue State. We have completed few of them that are working. This one where we are standing at Opaha, there was the line passed here, but we had to bring the transformer that we stepped it down and distributed.
The team also visits the Shawa Rural Electrification Project in Taraku and Aundona village before heading to Uturu village. While villagers in Uturu want to enjoy electricity supply like other communities, the contractor and the head of engineering from the Bureau offer assessment leading to the expected power supply.
We have done the project almost 80%. What is required of us now is just to step down the light by providing a transformer here where the basement is already constructed.
We have designed to step down from 33 to distribution, that is 415. So the poles and the 4 cables you have seen here are for distribution. So we have started the process, that is the high tension, substation and the distribution.
To demonstrate that indeed the 1 billion naira projects are functional, the team visit Daula Jato communities at night to prove its claim of bringing electricity supply to local communities across the state.
Meanwhile, the Enugu State House of Assembly has moved a motion calling for an emergency to be declared on the Enugu Electricity Distribution Company following what they call exploitation of the masses. The Speaker made this known at the emergency plenary session held to discuss the activities of the company in the state. The session followed a protest staged by Enugu people at the State House of Assembly where they said that they are unhappy with the outrageous estimated bills given to them by the EEDC.
The protest is against the continued blackout in the state and what they term the outrageous bills given them by Enugu Electricity Distribution Company, EEDC. Their placards speak their mind as they storm the State House of Assembly. This convergence has called for emergency sitting of the state's lawmakers to deliberate on the activities of EEDC in the state.
You buy 5,000 naira worth of light and you will not use it for 3 days. You're not using AC, you're not using any electrical... one bulb, just one bulb. Every time the bills are estimated, the poor masses in Enugu State who cannot afford even 10,000 naira, you give them estimated bills of 50,000 naira, 100,000 naira. Where are they going to get it from?
In a motion presented to the House by a member representing Nsukka East constituency and Chairman House Committee on Public Funds and Anti-Corruption, Mr. Chinedu Nwamba, he praised the House to move to declare a state of emergency on Enugu Electricity Distribution Company, EEDC.
The EEDC sit up and begin to do business in line with international best practices and stop charging the people of Enugu State and its environs more than what is charged in other parts of the country. I would like also to add the fourth prayer, which is not contained in the original motion that you have, that a state of emergency be declared on EEDC in Enugu State. And I will urge each and every one of us.
After deliberations, the Speaker of the House passes the motions and calls for a committee to be set up to look at the issues.
Enough is enough. We conduct the public hearing on this matter. We invite anybody, both the manager, anybody who can invite, to make sure that we tackle this matter once and for all, because this is affecting the life of our people. Our people are crying, our people are dying.
Perhaps the swift attention given to the matter may have calmed the frayed nerves of the protesters as they await the next line of action on their demands.
Let's quickly shift gears now, shall we, and move on to business news with Ann Waldo.
Thanks a lot, Gimba, and welcome to the world of business. Nigeria's headline inflation for the month of March is expected to fall for the second time this year to 16.4%. And this is according to Lagos-based financial and economic research firm Financial Derivatives Company. Earlier this week, the Purchasing Managers Index of the Central Bank and FBN Quest revealed a modest increase in domestic manufacturing in the month of March, indicating that Nigeria is gradually climbing out of recession. The National Bureau of Statistics is expected to release the official March inflation data, and that will happen next week. Officials of the Center for Management Development have promised to clamp down on fake consultants across the country. The Director General of the agency, Dr. Kabir Kabo, says the center will ensure that only registered management consultants engage in the training of the nation's workforce. And the first trading week in April recorded a 90 basis points increase in the all-share index. That's after a 0.81% rally on Wednesday and a 1.11% surge on Thursday. Equities from the financial services and the consumer goods sectors of the market contributed significantly to the overall turnover of 786.16 million shares in 14,343 deals. The total of 36 equities led by Learn Africa, 7up and Dangote were the gainers for the week. UBA was ahead of 21 other losers, while 119 stocks saw no price change. And that ends business news for this week. Thanks a lot for watching. I'm Anne Wawada. The rest of the news continues with Kimba.
MRS Holdings, one of the country's leading oil and gas integrated company, today unveiled its world-class jetty and terminal capable of berthing 80,000 metric ton vessel deadweight, making it the first of such feat in Africa. Speaking on the occasion, witnessed by federal cabinet ministers, National Assembly members and sectoral players, the chairman CEO of MRS Holdings, Seyu Dentata, says that the stride is consistent with the company's drive at operational efficiency. The fully automated gantry and IT sections were also in focus at the ceremony.
Aside the weekly Federal Executive Council meeting or any major state function, it may be difficult to find senior ministers of the Federation to converge on an event, let alone on a weekend. Well, on this day, in the city of Lagos, at the Tinkan Island jetty of MRS Holdings, history is being made. Everyone is here to celebrate the milestone achievement of having a 60,000 metric tons oil vessel berth at this terminal. It is the first in the history of this country.
Today, I'm happy to announce and let everybody see that this is a vessel that eventually would have used 6 vessels to bring in of 10,000 tons.
In terms of efficiency for the sector's business climate, the gains are tremendous.
This sort of size of vessel, 60,000 metric tons, saves you lightering costs, it saves you discharge times, it saves PEF claims. So there's a whole series of savings, including MPA payment.
Every vessel that comes into Nigeria usually stays offshore and lighters. And the biggest vessel you've had come into any port within Nigeria carrying petroleum products is 30,000. Today we have brought a vessel that is carrying 60,000 metric tons of PMS. It changes the entire industry. It's a big feat. It's something that no one has done, but it goes a long way for us as a country, because what this has done today is it has put Nigeria as a whole on the global map for shipping companies.
From the ministers is the consensus that government will continue to support those who make strategic investment in Nigeria, as in the manner of MRS Holdings.
This is the reason behind the President's commitment to completing the Lagos-Ibadan, Benin-Ore, Ilorin, Ogbomoso, Tegina highways as a priority, because those are the nerve arteries really from which the fuel that comes here is distributed across Nigeria.
With a 15 million litres discharge capacity of PMS daily from its gantry, the IT integration to monitor real-time, on-time operations, a world-class jetty, MRS says they will continue to think and grow Nigeria. Olu Phillips, Channels Television News.
Still ahead on the news at 10, Tunisia sacks national team coach Henrik Kasperzak after dismal performance in last month's friendlies against Morocco and Cameroon. That's on sports news. Stay with us.